Xennials learned to carry backups, remember routes, and make plans that worked offline because technology was useful, but never completely dependable. That habit can look excessive now, especially when a phone can navigate, pay, store documents, and summon help within seconds. Yet many Xennials still leave home with a little redundancy. Some cache, a remembered route, a charger, maybe a printed confirmation. The interesting part begins when the spare 20, printed booking or memorized turn, feels reassuring before anything has actually gone wrong. A card reader might fail, a battery might die, or a message might never arrive. Xennials came of age while new digital tools often sat beside older methods, so switching between systems became ordinary. An online map could get you there, but noticing street names still mattered when the connection, battery, or directions let you down. An important certificate or booking could exist electronically and still feel safer when you could physically produce it. Meeting someone by message still required a time, a place, and enough detail for the plan to survive silence. Using GPS did not require forgetting the street names, just as paying by card did not require emptying the wallet. After enough moments of checking the route, saving the receipt, or confirming the meeting place, redundancy stops feeling like extra work. Remembering the route exercises attention to landmarks. Carrying cash preserves another payment option. Keeping paperwork preserves another path to proof. The spare printout stays in the bag, the 20 stays in the wallet, and the route stays somewhere in memory. A younger colleague may see that printed confirmation and reasonably wonder why you carry information already sitting safely on your phone. For many Gen Z adults, the phone has long been the map, wallet, ticket, address book, and meeting point at once. A searchable cloud makes folder memory less important. Live location makes precise meeting instructions less necessary. Contactless payment reduces the value of emergency cash. If tap to pay works, the map updates and the booking stays searchable. Keeping duplicate methods can look like unnecessary maintenance. Put both generations at the same station, and one may memorize the exit while the other simply keeps the live route open. The Xennial may see independence. I can still function if this disappears. The Gen Z observer may see needless friction and expected failure. Those choices reveal which inconveniences each person learned to prevent before they became problems. Preparedness becomes most visible when something small actually breaks. A dead battery, poor signal, rejected payment, or missing login can suddenly separate convenience from capability. For the Xennial who remembers systems failing at awkward moments, that disruption confirms an old lesson. Never place every route to the outcome behind one gate. A Gen Z adult who rarely encounters that failure may see duplicate routes as unnecessary insurance against a problem that seldom appears. The disagreement is really about expected reliability. One side prices failure into the plan. The other has learned that modern infrastructure usually absorbs the problem. That difference can reach beyond gadgets. It can shape how people organize travel, keep records, arrange family logistics, and decide when preparation becomes over-preparation. It can even affect relationships. A detailed plan may feel considerate to one person and controlling to another. A backup question may sound responsible or unnecessarily anxious. Generation is only part of the story. Of course, personality, money, work, family responsibilities, and individual experiences can strengthen or weaken these habits. For many Xennials, the deeper adaptation was not resisting new technology. It was learning new technology without surrendering the old mental model underneath it. They learned to use the digital route while still noticing the road, to trust the card while keeping another way to pay, and to store information online while remembering that access and ownership are not always the same experience. That combination can create a quiet sense of competence. The system may help, but the system is not the whole plan. It also means that learning a new tool does not automatically erase the skill that came before it. Both remain available, even if one is rarely used. What looks outdated from the outside may therefore be less about nostalgia than about retaining enough knowledge to keep moving when convenience disappears. Gen Z grew up with a different bargain. When navigation updates instantly, messages travel continuously, documents are searchable, and payments move through devices, it makes sense to invest attention somewhere else. Skills that are rarely demanded do not become automatic simply because an older generation considers them basic. That can make Xennial habits look strangely elaborate, while Xennials can mistake unfamiliarity with older methods for helplessness. Both readings miss the environment that trained the behavior. One generation repeatedly practiced fallback systems because the transition required them. Another learned to move quickly through connected systems because that was the world available to master. And connected systems demand skills of their own, filtering information, adapting interfaces, managing constant communication, and learning tools that keep changing. Their competence is real, it is simply distributed differently. So when a Xennial keeps cache, memorizes the route, prints the confirmation, or makes a plan that could survive a dead phone, the habit may be carrying an older calculation into a newer world. The calculation says that convenience is valuable, but dependence has a cost when there is no second path. Sometimes that instinct wastes effort. Sometimes the backup is never needed, and sometimes the screen goes dark. The signal disappears or the payment fails, and the old system suddenly earns its place again. The point is not that Xennials prepared better or that Gen Z trusts technology too much. It is that different environments taught each generation what was worth remembering. Xennials learned to expect a little failure, and many still prepare for it long after technology stopped asking them to.